Hey guys, and welcome back to the Ringer 57 YouTube channel. Today's video is a real short little bit. We're going to go through what arrived, all the presents I spoke of in the last video. Not everything's here, but the big ones are. So, let's get started. And guys, this would be the biggest part of the whole story. These are my RS38 flat slides. They're pretty dang good carbs. Like, they're amazing for tunability. And these would be GSXR 600 throttle bodies. Now I went with these specific throttle bodies because you see these lines here. They're individually split. They're all individual bodies. So what we've got to do, from the looks of it, we're going to have to shim this apart and cut out of here. These have to come closer together and these have to go further out. So I'm going to take some measurements, do some drawings, and we'll start into it. Well guys, after some careful measuring, these are what I got on my RS38s. This is the inside measure. These measurements are from the inner edge of the holes, which is where these would sit in. You get what I'm getting at. Anyway, the RS and the head, I'm starting to understand why these things were so hard to get on. I could always get them in one side, but never in the other, and I'd fight and fight and fight. Well, 35.5, 35.7, that's pretty dang close. 34.6 and 35.7, I had a millimeter off. I needed to space one side of my carbs out a millimeter, and these things would have gone in a lot better, especially if I'd have come in here and spaced this out half a mil. It would have made a world of difference. So, goes to show, when you're told something fits, don't trust it always. The other half of the presents that came in today, among all the sensors that I've probably already covered, but I'm going to quick walk through. If you're still watching, thanks for watching. If not, well, I hope you enjoyed the video. We have an O2 bung with a plug. We'll thread the plug down into it, weld it onto the exhaust, pull the plug, drill it out, and there you go. You got your O2 sensor. We have a wiring harness extension kit. This is just a bunch of loose, different wires, color-coded and labeled the exact same way as my main harness. So the wires that I need longer won't change color. That's the main reason behind that. The other items that came in would be the map. That's a relay I already had. I have a relay kit ordered too. Of course, we have the micro squirt, intake air temperature sensor, and coolant temp. This, I'm still trying to figure out the best way to go about mounting that, but we'll get there. Well guys, this is where we're at after a lot of work. This blue here, that needs filled in because the bolt now impacts to this side of it. So I'm going to have this welded in, drill and tap a new hole for the fuel rail. I'm able to get away with using the original fuel rail. These injectors will be just at a slight angle, but the O-ring should still seal. If they don't, we'll look into a different fuel rail or modifying the one I have. Temporary, I have a nut and a couple shims in here, but down here I do have an aluminum spacer. I need to get another one turned. That's it for the throttle bodies at this moment. Oh, I also have to have a tab extended. You can see it doesn't quite reach where it needs to be. The oil pan, I have marked there. And on the underside, that needs drilled out, and it's going to get an NPT bung put in it because it's too thin to just tap it. This is my O2 sensor bung. It's going to get welded on right here. Not a big deal. Fuel rail. I am going to just adapt this 5/16 to an AN6 90, so it'll sit on top of the rail like this as I'm sitting on the bike, and it'll turn a 90 and come back right here. I've also marked out this end. This is where I'm going to have him weld on the AN aluminum fitting, and then I'll just drill out the center to open up the rail to it. Should be simple enough. Got to look into some processes because I'm not entirely sure the best way to go about mounting this. I'm thinking drilling the hole after, but I really don't want to bugger the threads, so I'm going to do a little research on how the best way to go about this would be. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's short, it's sweet, and it doesn't have a lot of good content, but that's where we're at right now. We're knocking little things out one by one.